This lesson hits me a lot, especially for me who aspires to become a successful person someday. No matter how hectic our schedule or workaholic we could be, this doesn't imply that we're already effective in what we are doing. We may complete a task for a half hour, but compared to an effective person can accomplish the task in at least 10 minutes. As others say, we look like busy idiots, those who are busy in the wrong places and never become effective or productive. The more time you spend working raises the possibility of facing more fallouts. Consequently, it just creates more stress and lessens our productivity and effectiveness of what we are doing. In the video presented, there are a lot of lessons I've learned we could apply 7 habits in our prospective careers to become highly effective individuals. This is a self-help book written by Stephen R. Covey. It provides me a lesson to inspire and motivate myself more, reflect on my values, and evaluate my perceptions. It offered me an opportunity to explore my whole self and deeply understand how my knowledge and compassion communicate to achieve success. Nowadays, our existences are sum up of our habits. What we do every day molds the person we are now and the character we imitate. When we know how to modify our practices, we can also handle change our existences. The first habit is being proactive, meaning we should be accountable for our decisions and actions instead of blaming the world for our problems. We should at least focus on the things that matter to become effective people. The second is to begin with the end in mind. It says that when we take action, we do it twice. The first time is when we imagine doing it, and then again when we do it in a real life situation. Say for instance, is building a house. We first visualize the home and make detailed plans of the layout and then materials needed. Then start building it. If we didn't make plans first, we would probably make many costly mistakes. So, the main point here is if we visualize the action and its desired consequences first, instead of just flowing on, possibly in the wrong direction, the more potential we are to succeed. This is the difference between being efficient and being effective. There's no point in getting lots of tasks done in a short amount of time if the end outcome is not what we want. The third is to put first thing first. It is all about prioritization. We need to figure out the most important things and always put them first. Fourth, we have this habit, think win-win. Life is a negotiation. In dealing with others, most of us seek a win-lose outcome. Every interaction we have, whether at school, workplace, or in our personal lives, is seen as a competition. Yet, effective people perceive the benefit in giving everyone a fair share of the pie and fostering positive long-term relationships. We should try to approach every situation willingly to negotiate until both parties are satisfied. Will see greater returns in the end. It says that relationship can be compared to the emotional bank accounts. This means that every time we interact with someone, we are either paying into that account or withdrawing from the account. Payment could be finding a win-win solution or listening to someone properly. A withdrawal could be fighting for a win-lose outcome, breaking a promise, or only pretending to listen. An essential payment we can make into the emotional bank account is trying to understand someone and genuinely discover what's necessary to them. Fifth, seek first to understand then to be understood. Mostly we don't listen to the people but instead project our situation onto them and assume that what they're thinking and feeling is the same. We then prescribe solutions to them that don't work. Most of us really trust the advice of someone who we don't think understand the situation. Thus, we need to be emphatically listen to others and get inside the frame of reference to understand them intellectually and emotionally. We should note that they are about to say and their body language to get the whole picture. In that way, we will start to trust our opinions and advice. Sixth, synergize. This means that if we put two things together, the outcome is greater than the combined total of the two separate components. 1 plus 1 can equal to 3 or more if we work together. When we people work together to tackle a challenge using everyone's strengths, it's always better than fighting each other and trying to go it alone. For this, we need to understand, trust, and respect each other. Lastly, sharpen the saw if we want to keep sewing. This is all about self-improvement. Our tools may be adequate for a job, but if we never stop to sharpen them, they will become less and less effective. Say for instance, a lumberjack sawing down trees. If we keep sawing without stopping to sharpen our saw, eventually it will become blunt and we won't be able to cut down trees anymore. The main point is that we need to take care of ourselves and stay physically, emotionally, and mentally fit by expanding our knowledge and social well being by building good relationships with others. We should give ourselves time to recharge instead of working flat out all of the time, and in the long run, we'll be a far more effective people.